On May 3, 2026, the NEET-UG medical entrance exam deployed across more than 5,400 centers to process 22.79 lakh candidates. Standard security at these gates is intensive. Invigilators use metal detectors and flashlights for intrusive physical searches, hunting for contraband like earpieces or hidden notes, before any student can even reach a desk. But those physical barriers failed to protect the exam's integrity. Following reports of a massive breach, the National Testing Agency was forced to void the results and issue a public notice for a nationwide re-examination. Investigators were now tracking a compromise that bypassed these localized physical checkpoints simultaneously in multiple states. This wasn't a failure of gate security. A coordinated syndicate had dismantled the system from the inside out, utilizing experts embedded within the National Testing Agency itself. At the top of the syndicate were two insiders, chemistry lecturer P.V. Kulkarni and botany teacher Manisha Mandhare. Both served as subject experts for the National Testing Agency, a status that gave them early, unrestricted access to the confidential question papers. The syndicate operated through compartmentalization. They divided the 720-mark exam into two distinct data blocks, chemistry and biology. Kulkarni focused on the chemistry leak, while Mandhare handled biology. This separation reduced their liability, preventing a single mistake from exposing the operation. This fragmentation made it difficult for internal monitors to connect the missing pieces. To an outside observer, the leak appeared as isolated incidents rather than a systemic compromise. From the source, the information passed to a network of middle-tier distributors, tasked with finding buyers and moving the cash. Among them was Manisha Gurunath, a beauty parlor owner in Pune, who investigators identified as a key financial intermediary for the syndicate. Financial forensics showed 21 bank accounts funneling money into a single node, Gurunath's beauty parlor account. In Rajasthan, another branch digitized the papers into PDFs to bypass physical courier risks. These digital files were distributed instantly to coaching centers. The price increased at every handoff. One broker, Shubham Kainar, purchased the leaked material for 10 lakh rupees and resold it for 15 lakh. Once the news of the leak broke, the syndicate rapidly deleted their Telegram chats. The app's encryption and overseas servers made recovering these communications a primary obstacle for Indian agencies. By using a disparate network, from beauty parlors to medical consultants, the syndicate successfully masked both the source of the stolen data and the money's destination. The final transfer to the students occurred in special coaching classes held in private residences in Pune just days before the nationwide test. Students paid between 2 lakh and 5 lakh rupees for an invitation to these exclusive sessions. Inside, Kulkarni used a primitive delivery method to avoid a digital trail. He physically dictated the questions while students hand-wrote the material into their notebooks. Investigators later confirmed that these handwritten student notes tallied exactly with the chemistry section of the May 3rd exam. The security of a high-tech national exam was ultimately defeated by a traditional face-to-face lecture and a ballpoint pen. Following a formal complaint on May 12th, the CBI launched a nationwide sweep through Pune, Delhi, Jaipur, and Gurugram, seizing electronic devices and financial records. The agency arrested 9 key figures, effectively collapsing the infrastructure between the paper setters and the buyers. The leak highlights a significant institutional vulnerability: the National Testing Agency's inability to monitor the very subject experts it hires to build the exam. This insider betrayal put millions of student futures on hold, sparking nationwide protests and forcing a complete retest on June 21st. As long as high-stakes exams dictate career outcomes, syndicates will find ways to exploit them. The incident suggests that institutional security must focus less on the gates and more on the experts inside.